Hey folks, my name's Kevin and it's time for a little bit more knife nerdery. Today we're going to be taking a first look at a new to me knife that I'm very excited about. Hopefully you guys find it exciting too. It's also a very high-end knife. And so this is going to be a big, big addition to my collection. It's something that I've wanted to check out for a really long time, and I finally found a version in a configuration that I liked. At a price that I could stomach, I guess. It's kind of one way of putting it. This is, well, I guess I'll just open it up and show you guys. Yeah. So this is from Brown Knives. Brown Knives is Craig Brown. He is a maker in Washington, actually Blaine, Washington, which is like the corner of the United States, right on the edge with Canada. And he's one of those guys that makes, it's kind of like Holt or like Brad Southard, where he's a guy in a single shop making stuff with CNC knives. And actually, Shabazz just made a video all about how we need better terminology here. And because are these custom knives? Are they production? What do you call a knife when it's made by a single person one at a time, but with a CNC and not custom made for me? But let's see what we got inside. Oh yeah. So this is a Cortex. Yeah, this is beautiful. So I'm not big on carbon fiber myself. I know a lot of people love carbon fiber. It's got lots of great properties, but I've never been a huge carbon fiber person. But as carbon fiber goes, I tend to really like the swirly marble carbon fiber styles, as opposed to like the standard thatchwork style woven carbon fiber. And I gotta say, that is stunning. I don't have a lot of carbon fiber. I don't have a lot of carbon fiber in general. What do I got? It's like this is probably my only other marble carbon fiber at the moment. This is the Ferrum Forge Stinger. And you can see that this is that swirly style, but it's also got somewhat of the kind of shred fibery look, but this is more of the swirl. And you can see that this has a little tiny pitting in it. This is very, very common for carbon fiber to have little cavities like that. But wow, there's none of that here. This is very smooth. And you can see that it has a very neat... It looks totally different from that. And then this is all milled up here in a way that honestly kind of reminds me of that other knife I just picked up recently. This is the Rockwall. Yeah, look at that. They both have very similar striping. In fact, the spacing on that striping is very similar too. I think I measured this at 20 thousandths division per lines. The real reason I really badly wanted to pick these up though is this. This right here. Cannot wait to try this. This is his really innovative flipper design. It is a hidden top flipper, and it hides into the frame of the knife once it's open. I'm historically very bad at flipping knives if I've never held them before, so we'll see if I can get this, and I've never tried one like this, so... Oh, I was worried that might be hard or weird to do, but no, that's amazing. Whoa. Okay, so that flipper is now right there. And there's actually a cutout in the lock bar for it to rest in. And it's not part of the lockup, it's just a way of hiding it there. You can see it right there. Oh man, that was crazy. Wait, I gotta try that again. Also, these are supposedly... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a very, very drop shot. That works so well. Why don't more people try and do that? I love that. Why is that not more of a thing? It works so well, and then you don't have the flipper tab. Okay, without having the flipper tab, what does that mean for my ergonomics? it means you can choke up all the way up to there. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so this is obviously a reversed Hanto. I don't have a ton of reversed Hantos, but I like them. You know, it gives you the kind of like practicality of a sheep's foot Wharncliffe hybrid. You get the extra strength up at the tip. This is one thing that I found really interesting about this knife. The blade stock is pretty thick by my standards. It's, I believe, listed at 0.149. So its full thickness is pretty thick. But because of this swedge, it doesn't look thick on top. But more importantly, he hollows this out. Oh, wow, yeah. This is a very aggressive grind. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to focus. This is so thin behind the edge. I'm going to have to measure that. But I've been told that it's, on some of them at least, even about 15 thousandths behind the edge. So coming from 0.15 to 0.015, that's a 10-to-1 reduction. Wow. Ooh, it really does feel thin. This is very easy to unlock. And it just falls shut so nicely. Ooh, look at all these little details. I love this striped backspacer. That looks so nice. And it matches, mirrors this. The aesthetic tie-in there is fantastic. One thing I don't know yet. Okay, I'm going to really enjoy this knife. Oh, that flicks so easily. Oh, this is amazing. This clip is a hybrid milled titanium bent metal clip. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, I suppose you could say. But the idea here is this was a single piece of titanium that was milled out. And then after that, it was bent to form this kind of slope. And so it's got a ton of great ramp, but also that kind of custom fit exactly for this knife aesthetic that you get from a milled tie clip. And again, hidden hardware in the middle. If I were to design this knife, I would have pulled this line up way higher. I'm not sure why they need a full, what is that, almost a half an inch? No, it's not quite that much. But I don't know why they need quite such a deep pocket there for that to sit. Wow, I'm just kind of, whew, that is so freaking cool. You know, obviously carbon fiber is light, but this knife feels even lighter than it deserves to. How is this as light as it is? It doesn't have any skeletonization inside, yet this feels very lightweight. And what's fun is that this is a frame lock, but it's a bolster lock. So this scale here is acting as a bolster and kind of turning this on this side almost into a liner lock. But that's acting as an over travel stop. Ooh, look at that. These lines here are being carried on and providing subtle texturing right here on this lock bar cutout, which gives you really easy open. Oh man. Yeah, I'm wondering what it's like to slide off this. If you do mess it up, how rough is that? It's not the best feeling in the world. Oh, that's so fun. And that jimping goes right there for your thumb. Oh, wow. Wow, I am very excited about this. This cutout here reminds me almost of, I don't know, there's a couple, like, I forget that name, but that Snex makes. And then there's like the Millet Torrent has a similar kind of groove right here. I've always really liked that aesthetic, and it is very functional as a... Oh, that works so good. Oh, I am very excited and pleased by this. I just love this. Do you see this right here? The way that there's this little groove right there. This just slides right into, pops into place. I wonder if I can get that to really show up well. Can I get it to focus? It doesn't really want to, does it? Yeah. Oh, that's fun. And that is so smooth and fall shut. Oh, that's a delightful. Okay. My first impressions is that this is really, really nicely done. Just exceptionally nicely done. I am very impressed. I'm very impressed with how thin this gets. I'm very impressed with the general fit and finish of everything. This is very freaking cool. I'll leave it at that, and I'll probably film something at some point showing you a little bit closer up on some of these details. But for now, hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, hope you have a nice rest of your day. Okay, I wanted to add one little extra bit here to give you a sense of just what's going on inside here, because it's so neat. Very clever. So first of all, we have an internal stop pin, the kind that is affixed to the blade and travels through a channel cut into the scales themselves. You can see it's a very big channel in there. You can see the custom-made ceramic ball bearings that Craig himself makes in-house. But then, as this moves around, you can see it coming up through here, like that. And then over here, I don't know what that extra little hollowed out bit is at the bottom, but it travels around and then pops into place. And again, it's not part of the lockup. It's not touching the lock bar on either side. This is still the lockup in a traditional frame lock sense with a steel lock bar insert. It just has this groove to permit this to fit in. Oof, that's so neat. It's so cool seeing it slide like that through. Gosh, that's cool. This is such a cool knife. Okay, that's all.